Welcome to Cringe Talk. I'm Matt.
And I'm David.
And today we'll be discussing the third film in the Ring franchise, titled Rings.
Yep.
Directed by Javier Gutierrez. That's fine. It was directed fine.
I guess so.
I have no complaints about the direction of the film. Maybe question who would agree to direct such a film, but that's another matter. Written by three people, David. Three people to write this film.
Oh, man, it's The Forest all over again.
Exactly. It's David Luca, Jacob Estes, and Akiva Goldsman. Don't know any of them.
Yeah. Did you look? I didn't look up their precedents. No?
Yeah, they've done some stuff, but nothing that jumped out. Like nothing that shocked me. But
Really?
what did shock me? Three people. And you know, it felt like a three-person film.
Yeah, it was being pulled in three different directions.
It was. I think I took some notes about that. It really did feel like three different movies made into one terrible movie.
Yeah.
So if you haven't guessed already, I hated this movie, David.
I guessed it when you told me last night.
Yeah, I kind of let the cat out of the bag when I said, what did I say to you?
You were just like, I think it was... So you're gonna watch tomorrow? Oh man, you don't. Oh, I said it was like I haven't seen the first two installments. I've watched every other Japanese influenced story horror film at that time except for The Ring and The Ring 2.
Every Japanese horror movie.
Yes, meaning like not Japanese, like Japanese influence. So like Shudder, The Grudge.
Yeah,
that's all I can think of on the top of my head. And then like it kind of made me want to like watch actual Japanese films. So I watched The Audition. But yet, still to get around to Yuhan. By the way, my apologies from our last episode. Yuhan is actually The Grudge and not The Ring, and Ringu is the Japanese version of Ring. So I remember said a couple episodes back.
I should have called you on that because Ringu definitely.
You didn't know because you went along with it. It's not because you
I just wasn't. Sometimes I don't listen to you. Sometimes you talk and I'm just. I'm
so
waiting
what are we
for it to
doing
be
here?
over. But yes, clearly Ringu is Ring.
Yeah, so what you said, so I said I didn't watch the first two installments, and you said, oh, you don't even have to. It's just so, and you're about to go further on it, like on a raging rant, and you just stopped
I could have
yourself.
said, you don't even have to. It's so good, David.
No, you didn't. You said, so.
It's so good. No, it was terrible. I hated this movie so much. It's like if you take The Ring at its core, you mix in some elements of It Follows, Don't Breathe, even The Bye Bye Man.
Yes. I felt like it was more the Bye Bye because we watched this earlier.
Yeah, and even The Bye Bye Man is better than Rings.
Really? Better than Rings?
Yeah.
No, this has a little bit more soil than Bye Bye Man. A little bit more.
Okay, well, we'll get into it. When I went to see this movie, half-packed theater with at least 4 walkouts throughout the film.
Really? 4 walkouts?
People walked out.
You sure you didn't just go to the bathroom and then come back?
No, I was paying attention. I was making sure.
They went missing. They went to watch the video.
Yeah, exactly. I just left. Probably didn't even ask for a refund. It wasn't worth it.
Well, luckily we watch it for free. So
yeah, somebody from Reddit wrote, Rings makes Ring 2 look like The Ring. That's true. That's true, because I remember hating Ring 2. But after seeing Rings, I think Ring 2 is pretty great. That was from RDZ 1986. David, the cast. I'm going to go through the cast quickly with you.
Only one person that
you know of? Okay, 2. I'm going to say 2.
Good.
Maybe it'll stand out to you once I say it.
Oh, damn, 2. What am I saying?
There
2.
you go. Okay.
Yeah.
First person, Matilda Lutz. She plays Julia. David, I want you to remember that name because you will never hear it again.
Julia or Matilda?
Matilda Lutz.
Matilda Lutz.
Yeah.
So I'm going to refer as Matilda Lutz instead of Julia because,
Just call her Julia. What I'm saying is that she was a terrible actor, and I don't imagine she's going to get another role in anything.
That's mean.
I know. Okay, maybe she's not terrible. I did write she was just awful. But just
awful, not terrible.
And just to clarify, or just to give you some perspective here, she was born in Italy. Do you know her, David?
Yeah, personally, yeah. Since I just learned her name, she's from Italy, and I'm of Italian origin.
You must know him.
We all stretch, and her last name's Lutz. That's obviously abbreviated from a longer Italian name.
Luziono.
Probably.
Who knows?
You never know. You can make up Italian names.
Maybe it was just her accent, and it didn't translate well. She's been in a lot of foreign films up until this point.
I didn't notice, to be honest.
But man, this was rough.
Really?
This was rough.
Oh,
I have some examples of it, but I was like, a lot of it was the writing, but some of it was her.
I don't know. You really think this is the worst part of this film was her acting?
No, definitely not the worst part. There are
I don't think it was
parts.
like that eminent.
So many notes, David. So many notes.
Okay.
Alex Rowe, he plays Holt.
That was a bad actor.
Wasn't great. Wasn't great.
That one was worse, I think.
Now we got Johnny Galecki. What is... He plays Gabriel, the teacher.
Right. He's in one of the most successful sitcoms of all time right now.
Blew my mind. Got to be making $1 million an episode, right?
But they spent all the money to pay him, likely. It doesn't make any sense, unless it's like a tax write-off for him.
Yeah. And, I was arguing with Mallory.
Okay.
She watched it with me as well. She kept saying, that's the guy from The Big Bang Theory. That's the guy from Roseanne.
That's right.
And I was like, no way. No way is he in this movie. And I just assumed it was his older, fatter brother.
You didn't see him in the trailer?
Nope.
Okay.
No, didn't recognize him. And to me, it didn't look like him because I think I've only seen the first 2 seasons of The Big Bang Theory and Roseanne. And this guy looked a lot older than Johnny Galecki.
No, he looks exactly like Johnny Galecki. Johnny Galecki has not changed since Roseanne.
It
has not. Like,
but,
at all.
halfway through the film, I was like, man, they somehow roped Johnny Galecki in. And then, not only did they rope Johnny Galecki in, Vincent D'Onofrio.
Yeah, that's a big
Vincent D'Onofrio playing a blind priest.
It's not the first time you see him make a cameo. Well, this is more than a cameo, but like he was in Sinister. On a webcam though. You don't see him in person. You see him on a webcam. But that was a good film.
I guess. But this, it seems like he put some effort into it, and it was...
Well, that's not you don't hold that against him, even though it's a bad film.
David, I'm going to tell you right now, I hated this movie, and
Good.
I don't think I'm going to say anything good about it, so I'm out to destroy it.
I will agree with you. I mean, it was I I always point out these two major things in a film, like plots or a certain part of the narrative just would not work because it just the reason these things happen, the film just decomposes. I have a couple moments there where we'll talk about that, basically encompass my, the things that I look for in a film.
All right. We will get to that.
And it definitely reflects off the screenwriting, which we were saying before. So, yeah.
So many people. All right. Then 2 more people I don't know. We got Amy Teagarden. I wrote her name down because I liked her last name, Teagarden. She plays Skye.
Right. Not too bad.
And, probably the best child actor, the best young person actor in this movie, and she wasn't even that good.
There's only one young actor.
Okay, yeah. Who is that?
I don't know.
Who's the one young actor?
I don't know the actor's name, but it's the one who appeared as Samara.
No, okay, Samara's not a young person. Samara's pretty old.
Right now? But so they used old footage of her?
No, it's a whole different girl playing Samara. Her name is Bonnie Morgan.
Okay.
When I looked her up, she didn't look anything like Samara.
Okay.
I guess it's a lot of makeup.
Well, you mean like for Samara, you think they actually, is Samara playing Bonnie Morgan?
I don't even understand. I can't follow you right now.
Well, you have like Samara, coming out of that well, but they had to dress her up all pretty for the role, to show her normal self. Like,
did they even show her normal self?
No. Yeah, they do.
Wow.
Yeah, like it's flashes of it at the end.
Okay.
Spoiler. Sorry.
So here's the synopsis. I'm going to read you the synopsis as written by me.
But I know about it, right?
I know, but just to refresh people. Maybe people aren't listening to this off the cusp of watching the movie. Maybe this is 10 years down the line, and they're like, you know what? I want to revisit Rings for some reason.
So this is a pod capsule.
Exactly.
How you like that? That was good. Come on, write that down.
I won't. We'll remember because it's being recorded.
Cool.
A college professor and his students are studying The Ring video. Things get out of hand when the girlfriend of one of the students watches it and is seemingly meant for her.
It's kind of wrong right now.
Hold on. Let me get through it.
Fine.
She sets out to find what happened to the girl in the video. Hopes to put her soul to rest before her 7 days are up. That's what I took from this film.
Did you forget about the airplane scene?
I did, but you know what? I didn't.
Like, it's like the worst part of the film.
Wait a minute, David.
You're there to trash every minute of it. That's like the worst part of the film.
When I was reading some people's comments about this film, everyone was talking about this airplane scene. I was like, what are they talking about?
I forgot. Yeah.
Did this by chance happen early on in the film?
Yeah, where you missed the first 15 minutes, you totally missed this part. Oh. You should totally rewatch. It would totally like it will change your. No, it won't change your outcome, but it's pretty bad.
All right, David, explain to me what happened in the first 15 minutes.
So now we're going to talk about
I saw everything after the Rings logo came up and the movie started.
Wow. So but you probably saw a better version of it.
Yeah. I just assumed it was like someone. Anyway, go ahead. Tell me what happened on the plane scene.
Welcome to my synopsis of the first 5 minutes of the film. So you have this guy sitting in the airplane, amongst other people are in the airplane. They're getting ready for landing. Actually, they get ready for landing, and this cute little blonde woman, young blonde woman, she just talks to him and says, oh, sometimes, I don't know what the hell she says. She just basically draws his attention because he's scared. He's very uncomfortable about landing.
This sounds riveting.
It does. So, and I make it really, I make it very riveting as I'm talking like this.
Yeah.
And so she asks, like, oh, don't worry about it. We're almost, I don't know. She says something stupid. I don't know. Something more clever than what I'm saying, but it doesn't really matter. But he's like, okay, but she's like, but talking helps. It's like, oh, okay. Well, I watched this video 7 days ago and it says I'm supposed to die today. And like now, the time has passed. So he goes and tell her that as she asked him talking helps and he's scared of dying. And, he just put her on her panic. And then, so this is what happens. So he goes to the bathroom because he starts bleeding from his nose, which is the signature, I don't know, for the first physical sign that you're going to die or that Samara is coming after you. And he goes to the bathroom and he's not supposed to get up because, the plane's landing. And then her friend comes back who was apparently up, or maybe she was sitting there the whole time, but she was like hunched forward the whole time. She's like, okay. Oh, what was that about? So I guess she was not her seat and then got back in her seat. And she says, what was that about? I was like, oh, just the really cute guy sitting next to me. He's a total head case who watched the video and said he's going to die in 7 days. Like, she's like, oh my God, did he make a copy of it? And she's like, what? And then she goes to the cab. She's like, hey, did you make a copy of the... Did you get it? I was like, what? No, I didn't make a copy of it. And then all of a sudden, all the TVs revert to the video and... Here's how it happens. All revert to video. Everybody's flying everywhere, and Samara's coming out from the cockpit. From the little TV in the cockpit because the cockpit door somehow opened, and you don't even see the crash. And then it goes 2 years later, and it's Johnny Galecki at the flea market, and he meets Sky.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you wonder why 2 years later was from.
None of that was needed for the film
at all. I don't understand let's expand on this. How did the video get up on the airplane after everything? I didn't watch Rings 2, and there's no way they left it at. I remember seeing the ending because I was working at another theater. Yeah, people think I'm just working at several theaters now, but I remember seeing the ending of this and just ends. I'm not your fucking mommy, and Naomi Watts closes the well. So I don't understand how the video gets around digitally and ends up on this plane.
I have no idea. It would have made more sense if this was like if this scene was actually, you saw it all and then it said 1 week earlier.
Yeah,
because then you would have been like at the end of the
longer
film.
film.
Yeah, 1 week earlier, and it shows you how this video. But what I don't like.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's a good
because
call.
Then it kind of went viral, so everyone got to see it. But
yeah,
how? So Samara was after this one woman on the plane and was able to kill the whole.
Samara was after the guy technically,
Yeah.
and somehow the passenger, the friend's the other stupid passenger somehow saw it. I'm like, well, what's going on here? So the people just watching this video randomly, and then I guess what happens afterwards. So Samara goes after them, but I guess the plane is collateral damage somehow, which actually doesn't make any sense because that's not how it works.
All
I mean,
right.
help me out here. The Ring. You watch this videotape originally. You watch this videotape. And if you watch it, you have 7 days. That's it. It's just a videotape. There's no making copies of it.
Oh, yeah.
But you
There is. You have to
there
make
is.
a copy.
Okay, so
it was on VHS. You make a copy of the VHS. You show it to someone else. The curse.
They
is
can't
off
just
of
watch
you.
the same VHS.
What? Who?
They can't just watch the same.
No, you
VHS?
have to make a copy.
Oh, you have to make a copy.
Yeah, it's not. You can't show it to someone else. You have to make a copy.
Did you watch Ringu? Was it the same thing there?
Never saw it.
I find it kind of ridiculous that you have to make a copy, especially if it's on VHS.
Well, it's because they want it spread out. It's. Yeah, sure. In one sense, you're just protecting yourself. But as far as Samara's concerned, more copies of this.
And this
VHS
is how it follows. And this is how it follows. Kind of like.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's just finish off. I don't think this plane scene was great. Even though I didn't see it, I don't think it was needed.
No,
clearly this woman just forgot about different time zones.
That's right.
And
they just had
was taken.
The whole point of the whole point of the scene was just to get to Johnny Galecki. So it was to get to Johnny Galecki at the flea market, picking up this VCR, and he ends up finding the tape there.
Okay,
so that's what happened. That was the point of it.
Samara's plan, plant a bunch of these VHS all over the place.
Yeah,
someone's gonna buy it. So, do we want to get right into it, or did you have any thoughts you wanted?
I thought we already started, but yeah, okay.
We did. So I'll go through my notes. You jump in, do whatever you want. I'm gonna just
let me interrupt.
Start us off.
I'm joking.
I'm gonna start us off with to set the scene here a little bit from the movie that I remember seeing. Julia gets worried about her long distance boyfriend and receives a strange Skype call in the middle of the night.